Hello everybody, it is me, Darcy. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to this, the Unnamed Podcast. The podcast where I sit here with this guy for about a time, talking rubbish or whatever else comes to my mind. Generally, my mind, very rarely his mind. He just kind of sits there and does nothing, but that's kind of how the channel works.
Oh, I do something.
I do all the work and he doesn't.
Oh, hang on, I speak.
Kris,
I do very minimal.
if speaking were considered work, toddlers would work. And that, they can't work. That's against the law.
It is considered work. People are paid to be motivational speakers.
No, they're called scam artists.
Well, yes, they are, but they are getting paid either way. It is a job for them.
No, it is a con for them.
Well,
Come on.
yes, okay. Fair enough.
Get your vernacular right.
Either way, people pay them.
Rubes pay them.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Now that you brought that up, now I feel I have to put out a PSA saying, if you're someone who goes to a lot of motivational speakers, stop.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, if you have seen more than one motivational speaker, they're not doing their job. Because if you've seen two, that means the first one did not motivate you.
No.
And then you paid for nothing. And then if you've seen more than two, that means everyone that you've seen in the past hasn't done the job. So what's the likelihood of the one you're going to go see next doing the job?
That's actually a fair point.
That's why it's a con.
Yeah, I know.
Because
That's why I don't go to them.
Here's just a quick breakdown. Anyone who's going to say, hey, come and watch me speak about how to be successful is not successful. So they have no hints for you. If they were successful in whatever they say they're doing, they wouldn't be wasting their time talking to you. They'd be raking in their money doing what they say they're doing.
Yeah, pretty much.
And if they're like, no, I'm so well off that I don't actually need to do anything because that's just taking care of itself. So I'm coming here to help you. Why? Why would someone who's making so much money that they don't need to work anymore want to share the secrets of that with you so that you can take away from their profit margin so that then they have to work harder to continue? No, they won't. What they're doing is, the way they're found to rake in money without doing anything is by telling you a bunch of BS and having you pay for the honor of hearing it. That is the story. The richest people in the world do not give away their secrets on how to make money because that takes away their market share, which means they have to work harder, which means they get to sit on less beaches drinking less imported champagne.
It's true. But at least it's not like that one person that did something where he's just like online, hey, pay me this much and I'll send through a packet of something that shows, lets you know of what I did. And he would send you a piece of paper.
I scammed you.
That says, do what I just did.
No.
He wasn't lying. He did send you through the information. And effectively all it was is convince people online to pay you money to do nothing other than make this one video. And then send them a piece of paper.
Fair. Anyway. Yeah. PSA over. Let's go to channel news. Kris, take it away.
Okay, indeed. So, Monday this week was Indiana Jones.
Yes, it was. We are still at the Vatican. I'm telling you, I'm loving it. Like, It's so fun. It's a completionist game, I feel, for me.
Yes.
And because, it says you can travel back between places, and I'm like, cool, that's kind of cool. I'm not a big fan of that, though, because I feel like it kind of breaks the story.
Okay, that's fair, yeah.
Something happened, it said, hey, you found this thing, so you can go back to the first place and you can walk around and find all this stuff that you missed or whatever, right? And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool for, end game, but I'm like, but this is a very story-driven game where you're, going to the next place to do the next thing. I'm like, I'm at the Vatican now, trying to solve the mystery of what's going on, solving mysteries while I'm here. I'm like, I could just 100% stick to the story and go, no, it's okay, I can come back later. I'm like, but it doesn't fit the gameplay. The gameplay is you are going from one spot to the next in the 1930s.
Okay, yeah.
So, I've just gone to the Vatican because I'm chasing down this mystery, and yeah, I'm just going to go back to America for a couple of days. Because, you know, I don't mind the trail going cold and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm like,
Yeah.
traveling backwards is not something I'm going to do. So I'm going to try and do as much as absolutely possible
Yeah.
whilst I'm in the location. And then maybe once I finish the game, I'll go back and 100% it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, my plan is to do as much as I can in that area while I can, while I'm there, so that it kind of matches with the mood of the story, which is you've come to the Vatican just because you're chasing this lead. Oh, look, there's all these other things you can do while you're here. These mysteries that are just popping up as you're, you know, trying to solve this main mystery that you can also work on. That feels thematically correct to me. Not okay, you're chasing this mystery. Yeah, just, you know, spend a couple of days shooting back to America. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now spend a couple more days shooting back to Europe. Yeah, okay. So now it's been like a week since you last looked at any clues, and who knows where this person is in a week. You know, the whole thing was like you grab your stuff and you go because someone's stolen the cat mummy and you're after it and you're running them down because, you know, they've got a day lead on you. And it's like, cool. So going back to America.
Especially in those times, a day lead was a long fucking time.
Oh, it's massive.
It's,
you know,
huge.
But yeah, so that's kind of the whole thing. Is like, it's like, oh, you can go back and you can go and just travel back to places you've already been. I'm like, but it doesn't fit with the story.
Nope.
Especially, I know like one part of the story literally takes place on like a boat frozen in the Alps somewhere.
Okay.
That was all in the material that they released, like the trailers and stuff.
Yeah, fair.
And I'm like, yeah, we're on this boat in the Alps. It's kind of unstable. And oh, wait, hang on, guys, I just found something back in one of the. I'm just gonna quickly. Everything will still be here, right? And you know, you're punching a few Nazis in the face, and you're like, oh, you guys will all just wait for me, right? I gotta go back. No, it doesn't fit with it, and I don't. I think for a game like this, thematics is super important. Like making it feel like you're actually on an adventure. So
yeah,
for me personally, maybe not for you guys, but for me, going back would immediately ruin that and take away the feeling that I'm on this adventure, this whirlwind Indiana Jones-esque adventure. And that's why I'm playing the game, because it feels like that at the moment. And I'm like, yeah, why would I do something that is going to take away from that feeling?
It's a fair point. It is.
But yeah, other than that, I'm still running around the Vatican pretending to be a priest, which is hilariously funny.
Yeah.
Because in this episode, I actually get into quite a few fights. And so there's a few fascists in the Vatican who are being knocked out by a priest, and definitely the last thing they see is a priest swinging like a stick at their face or something.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Which is hilarious. It's also just like, because it's an adventure game and you do adventure game things like climbing up scaffoldings and stuff like this that they're putting in, and sliding down cables and stuff like that. It's kind of funny to be like walking around in the fascists, and all the nuns and priests are sitting there and they're like, hello father, and you're like, hello. Okay, now just gonna jump onto the scaffolding just like priests do.
It's 100% what priests do.
And like these guys are like the fascist guards, because obviously, because it's set prior to World War II, you're in Italy. It's the black shirts who are Mussolini's fascists and everything like that. They're all around, and they're the bad guys at the moment. Obviously, as we go into different areas, I know for a fact there's going to be some Nazis around, but you know, it's a classic Indiana Jones. The bad guys are the Nazis and the fascists, because they always are. Yeah. And so, like, you've just like got this thing where it's like there's these fascist guards standing there watching this priest like climb up scaffolding and just being like, yep, pull out a whip up there, climb the whip. And it's like, yeah, that's what priests do all the time.
Yeah.
Especially the American priests. You should see how they have to get to church every day. But yeah, no, it is like that one disconnect. It is always really funny, but it is just like it's not as bad as the, like, for me, adventure-wise, going back. But it is funny because you're just like, yep, this is exactly what a priest would be doing. And like when you come to like zipping down from one of the rooftops on like a cable, and you jump and land next to a guy.
It's a boot camp course.
Yeah,
it's a boot camp course to get to church every day.
You land next to like a couple of nuns and a guard, and they're just like, Father, and you're like, stop.
We just put this away.
How you been? Good. That's good to hear.
Is that a guy chasing you? No.
The other funny thing is that, and I can't be 100% aware of this. I don't 100% know this, but I don't think bodies alert the guards.
Okay.
Which is kind of funny because, like, obviously there's always a thing where it's like, you're not going to like, if a programmer says like a person won't throw a body in front of guards because that would alert the guards, so because a normal human wouldn't do that, we're not even going to put that in. And if you fight a guy here, all of the guards in the area are going to come running to help him already. So or everyone in the area is going to be knocked out. So if a body lands in front of a guard in a different area, we're not going to, we're not going to care. But if they see you carrying a body, they care, right?
Fair.
So I know they care if they see you carrying a body. But I was on a rooftop and I threw the guard who was on the rooftop down into the courtyard below where there was like 2 guards walking, and they just were going like, yep, okay. I'm like, now, I've done 2 things there, right? First of all, I've taken a guy who was just knocked out. He's now dead.
True.
Second of all, I dropped him pretty much on 2 of his guard friends, and they were just like, yep, so anyway. Yep, anyway.
And then third of all, you were looking to see that happened.
Of course I was.
Which means if they had have looked up, hey, who's that guy?
It's one of those priests.
Those dastardly bastards.
But yeah. So, I will say, like, I do like games where they go, like, if a guard sees a body, even though the normal human's not going to be throwing bodies in front of them, if a guard sees a body, that will alert them that something's wrong.
Yes.
And, there we go.
Yeah.
But it seems that this doesn't have that.
It's a bit disappointing.
It is a bit disappointing, but as I said, it does have, like, other alert things where it's like, if they see you carrying a body, they're like, hey, wait, what are you doing? But, like, I digress.
Yeah, true.
It's just something that I was like, okay, let's throw this from the top of the roof and see if anyone gets it, if I get a reaction out of anyone. And they were like, no one reacted to it. And I was like, okay, so they obviously were like, well, a player wouldn't do this. And I think that's the mistake that a lot of companies make, which they're like, oh, no, we're not going to do anything with this because a player wouldn't do this. Yes, they will.
No,
we are anarchists. We do everything.
Oh, yeah, anything and everything. It's like,
you put a fire there, someone is going to stand it to see if it hurts them, okay? And if you go, oh, no one would stand in a fire to see if it hurt, they know it would hurt them, so we're not going to put it in there because no one's going to do that. People are going to do that. It's like the first thing a lot of people do, because like, oh, fire, let me just check.
It's like on GTA when you just got lit up by standing in a fire. And it's like, they expected us to do this. Fair enough. Then the other thing is like,
expect the unexpected.
Hogwarts Legacy. They weren't expecting people to be launching cats off the building.
And we were better for that.
We did. We did do that.
Yeah, because cats are monsters. The real tragedy with Hogwarts Legacy is you weren't allowed to run around just casting spells at fucking everyone.
Yeah, that was a problem. Especially when you get the curses.
Exactly.
The unforgivable curses.
Once
and
I've
it's like,
unlocked them,
you can't use them on anyone unless you're in a fight. It's like, cool. But if I'm in a fight with certain people, I can't use it because they'll be alerted to the fact that I'm using an unforgivable curse. But here's the thing. They don't let you make the mistake either. They just will not let you use it.
Exactly. Big mistakes. I want to be able to myrtleize all the cats, the birds, the people, anyone who's slighted me slightly.
Yeah.
Give me the option. Allow me to walk around a completely dead Hogwarts because I've made bad choices.
Exactly. And let's face it. Couldn't use it on the students. I'm like, okay, well, fair enough, because the students will go and alert someone else, and then
not if they're dead.
Exactly. But when I was not on the Hogwarts premises or in a town doing a fight where people could see me, I was killing everyone. I had that set up so that if I hit one person with a curse to start off with, and then hit them multiple times, and the curse rebounds to other enemies around them, then I would just use the killing curse, which then anyone who was cursed at the time also died.
Yeah.
So I would just hit everyone with a curse, bang, dead. Fight done.
Well, you see, this has sort of always been a problem for me with Harry Potter, because the killing curse is unforgivable. Here's a spell that sets people on fire. It's like, okay, so hang on. So this one kills them, no pain, nice and quiet. They just
Oh, it's an
drop
immediate death,
dead.
yes.
Like, yes. Unforgivable. Setting them on fire and having them run around screaming and burning.
Where they inevitably die because of...
Oh no, they might not die. They might just live the rest of their life with horrible burns.
Where they wish they were dead.
Exactly.
Okay, fair
no,
enough.
no. Oh no, that's perfectly fine. We're going to teach children how to do that. Right. We've got shit sorted out here, don't we?
Yes, we do. There's many things in that they teach them. It's like, yeah, no, that's a problem.
Yeah, no, it's literally like it's the thought process, and I understand why, but it's like the thought process of killing someone is the worst thing you can do, and it's like only if you've lived a sheltered life. When you realize what humans can do to other humans, you realize that a nice, clean, painless death is actually not that bad.
Yeah. Go to a meeting full of people who are feared with snakes, and you can just conjure a snake. Like, put that in them. That's gonna scare the shit out of them.
Go to a meeting with a bunch of Karens, and you'll want to kill yourself.
At which point, you know that unforgivable curse.
Exactly. Okay, we're going to the Parents and Friends Association meeting. Fuck. Boom. No, like seriously.
That just reminded me of a video that
the torture curse makes sense to me because that's like, as they always say, torture is for the torturer. So that's just for your own sick pleasure.
Oh, exactly.
The one that makes them do whatever you want, I'm sort of like, okay, well, that's just kind of like blackmail with less steps.
Yeah,
it's not the worst thing, but I can understand why it might be unforgivable because you're
still making them do something for your pleasure.
Well,
you're making them do something.
It's the idea of forced slavery, right?
Oh yeah.
So again, I understand that, but then like just if it was worse, if it wasn't just as they all describe it, a flash of green light and then nothingness. I'm like,
yeah,
that actually sounds that sounds like that spell should be being used all the fucking time, especially by the good guys. It's like the equivalent of having a gun.
Well, it's not...
Except nicer. Because it's like, look, there's an evil wizard over there, and then the good guy police wizard rock up and it's like, yep, we got this. Boom, 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 boom. And it's like, just hit him with the spell that kills him instantly and painlessly, and you're like, yep, we're still the good guys. The bad wizard is dead, but he didn't suffer.
Well, it's like now
like,
when it's
if it was a killing curse that made you suffer incredibly and then explode into giblets,
let's say
I could understand why that might be unforgivable.
Let's say they're in hospital and they just they're on their deathbed. There's nothing that can be done. They are going to die, but it's a super painful death because there's nothing they can do. Yeah, no,
you were set on fire by a wizard. But however, we can end your suffering, but that would be unforgivable.
Yes.
Exactly.
You're going to have to die slowly in that
That's
bed.
the problem.
It is. It really is.
Exactly. Anyway, digressing a lot. Back
Yes.
to Indiana Jones. Yeah, so in this time I got to take on a few Nazis not Nazis, fascists. I've got to break into their security. Still putting my Italian to the test. I could read the word security. I couldn't read what the rest of the word said, but security, yeah. I was like, that says security.
Fuck yes. You got something.
Exactly. It was just like when I was like walking there, I was like, in the very first episode, I think, maybe the second episode, the first one I was at the Vatican, there's a sign that says attention. I'm like, okay, that says attention, something, something, library. Context clue says, please be quiet in the library.
You know what?
That's the context.
Yes, yeah.
But all I read on that was attention library, and I'm like, okay.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know the rest of these words, but that's attention library.
Maybe it says don't burn the books in the library.
You could say that.
Yeah.
In which case, I have some apologies to make. But no, as I've said multiple times, I'm really enjoying it so far. Look, it's a Bethesda game, technically.
Technically?
Well, I'm not 100% sure it's on the Bethesda's label, but it's like one of the studios. It's definitely made by Bethesda.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
But it might be like under one of their other studios. I can't remember.
Okay, fair enough.
But
makes sense.
So it could all come crashing down at any moment. But right now, I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I've already filmed the next episode.
Oh, perfect.
And I make a mistake in that.
Oh fuck! I can't wait to hear about that one. You know, I might have to watch that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
From that response, yes, I'm gonna have to watch it.
Anyway, yes, so that's Indiana Jones. There will be lots more of that because that game is incredibly fun,
Yeah, indeed.
and I didn't have to pay for it, so thank you, Game Pass.
Hell yes.
And you know what the crazy thing is, I would pay for it. That is, you know how in the modern world we live in, there are so many games. You're like, thank God it's on Game Pass because I would never pay for this game.
Yeah.
Well, I found a game I would pay for, which is
Yeah.
nice because I have bought a few games this year, but
Yeah.
these are games that these are known quantities to me.
Yes.
Whereas this Indiana Jones game, I was like, oh, it could be good, it could be bad, you know.
Yeah.
I was having a real toss up between is it the original trilogy or Kingdom of the Crystal Skull indie.
Ah, yes.
So you know, it could be good, could be bad, but it seems at the moment it's good,
Yes.
and it seems at the moment I haven't had to pay for it, so that's lovely.
Perfect.
Indeed.
Okay, so moving on
Moving right along.
to yesterday, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Because we're doing this a day late because
Just Wednesday.
I wasn't able to do it yesterday.
Exactly. Useless.
Hey, well, hang on. This was Jordan's thing. I just had to be home because he was working. Either way, it was Witchfire.
It was Witchfire. They updated the game, guys. They updated the game.
Make some more changes.
They did make some more changes. They made lots of changes.
What changes?
So basically now, instead of just starting
Yes.
and being at the hub, you start off and you've got to make your way there. So as someone who's played before, this was a little bit infuriating for me because it's like stopping the game and being like, this is how you use your map. And I'm like, I fucking already know that. And I really wish there was just something in there where it's like, you already have a save file and you're going back. You already know these.
Well, because you're using that save file, you don't need this.
But
yeah, I can understand starting a new game and then seeing it.
The tutorial wasn't bad. Like, I really enjoyed it. It's like you're walking along, you've actually got to fight some guys, and it's like there was a few things I'm like, okay, this would be a cool addition. So it's like you're making your way to the hermitage, or the hermitry, the place where hermits live. Yeah,
so it's a good.
Pretty sure it's called a hermitage, but I could be wrong. A hermitage? No, anyway, I digress. So you're making your way there. There's a few guys that you got to kill on the way there. It's not really a challenge. There's one minor boss who's like pretty easy to fight. I was kind of like, it would be really cool if it was like a chase scene.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you spend too much time, it's like just hundreds of enemies just keep coming from behind you. So it's like you are trying to escape them because that kind of fits in with the whole narrative of you being alone, prayer, hunting down these witches in this cursed land.
Kind of like the tutorial or prologue of Dying Light, where at the end of it, you've stayed out too long, you're now being hunted down by many zombies and volatiles. Yeah.
But yeah, so like I like that'd be cool because it'd be like, oh, this is why we're trying to get to this, secluded secret place, is because we are being chased down and like they know we're here. Yeah, but other than that, it was fine. Except for the fact that it would be like, hey, this is how you double jump, and I'm like, I know how to double jump. Oh, this is how you do this. I'm like, I know how to do this. Nothing in the tutorial section was the new stuff that they've added.
Oh, well,
and so that was kind of where I was just like, everything in this tutorial is stuff we've already been doing. And then once we got to the base, that's where they're kind of like, hey, there's new stuff happening. And I was like, oh, shit.
Okay, fucking.
And there was no tutorial for it. So I was like, I had to spend a bit of time setting myself back up, because obviously, because I had a save game, I didn't have to do any of the new game stuff you would have to do. It's like, oh, go through the portal to grab the key. Oh, find the mirror shards. Do this. I was like, no, you've got them all. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Which was nice because I was like, I've got stuff cooking. I need my mirror shards. I need my mirror running. I'm supposed to be collecting something. But there was that. There's definitely been some changes that I like. There's some stuff like they've added rosaries now, which do something I don't know. I found a mask shard of another prayer, which is, again, I don't know. Don't ask me about it. I have no idea.
Fair enough.
But it's. I know I sound like I'm complaining, but I actually really like it because it shows that they're constantly trying to make the game better.
True.
And I love that.
It's what we need in gaming.
Yeah. And so, there's a little bit annoying, but other than that, it was, nothing. It was business as usual. They've upgraded the leveling up system, which is kind of wonderful. Like, now you see, like, if you put your points into one of the things, it tells you all the stuff that it upgrades instead of just being like a small list and being like, oh, you get more health, you get this, you get that. It's now like, oh, you get this, you get that, and there's like a whole page of stats that are going up.
Yes.
They've also renamed the things that you're leveling up, and one of them is just called Flesh, which is hilarious because it's very much like that's your health, that's your stamina.
Yeah.
But there's also like that's health and stamina focused, but there's also like stamina with health. So it's like leveling up your flesh levels up your health more than your stamina, but it does also level up your stamina a little bit. Okay. And you've got like magics and all that kind of stuff. There's lots of stuff to level up. But I just think it's funny because you're leveling up your flesh. Like, yeah, I'm getting more fleshy. Here we go.
So does it get thicker? More?
Fuck if I know. But I do like that. That's sort of nice. He gave me something to respec, like, because it's like, oh, you're a past player, so if you use this, you can get all of your points back, so you can re-level without having to restart. And because we've changed how the leveling system works, and I was like, haha, joke's on you if you think I had any idea what I was doing with the leveling. So resetting my leveling is not going to help because I had no idea what I was doing back then. I still have no idea what I'm doing, so ha 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 ha.
That's the start of every game I play that has leveling. I don't know what to put it in. It's like, once you've got enough points, you're like, okay, I know where I want things. And I can know where I want things at the start, but it's like, I don't have enough points. Where do I put it first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after like doing all that, getting myself reset up, getting my new weapon, which is a submachine gun, which let's talk about that in a bit. I decided to finally go to the Scarlet Coast. So in all the Witchfire episodes that have come out in the past, I've been going to the Damned Isle. I think it's the Damned Isle. Because you've got to unlock that and do stuff there to unlock the Scarlet Coast. I finally did that in the last one. And I was like, cool, let's go to the Scarlet Coast. It took me a while to actually get there. I thought we were going to jump in and go straight there in like the first 2 minutes. No, because of all this tutorial stuff, it took me a little bit longer. Yeah. But as I said, I'm not angry about that. I love the fact that they're keeping upgrading the game. So anyway, I go into the Scarlet Coast, got my submachine gun. Let me tell you, that's unfair. That's a very unfair weapon, considering that most of what you're fighting are like guys using muskets.
Oh shit, yeah, okay, fair point.
So it's sort of like, hey, I have a bolt action rifle and a submachine gun. You can call me World War I Larry. And you guys have, oh, you're an archer? Wow. This is not going to end well for you.
No, it's not.
Anyway, so I go there. Everything's going well. I find a weird egg thing. That was great. I activated the weird egg thing, not having any clue what I was doing.
Sounds right.
And then it killed me. Didn't exactly kill me. It was like, hey, defend the egg. And I was like, cool, I'll defend the egg. And all these enemies are coming. And I'm just like, yeah, okay. And then like some big enemies who used to be scary were coming at me. But then I used my magic and a submachine gun on them. And I'm like, oh, you've got a sword? I have a submachine gun.
Good luck getting close enough.
Exactly. And yeah, so that was really fun until the egg killed me.
How did the egg kill you?
It set me on fire.
What?
And I was like, I actually had no idea. It's like, protect the egg. And I'm like, okay, so stay close to the egg. And I was like, no, the egg's setting you on fire. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to
So protect the egg, but don't be near the egg.
I have no idea. So anyway, again, I died. I'm like, okay, that was weird. Have no idea what I'm doing, but I need to go back and get my stuff, right?
Yes.
So we go in, we get my stuff. And I'm like, cool, this is pretty good. I haven't seen many enemies. I think I'd run into like 2.
It's not bad.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty good. What I'll do is I'll swing up here, clean out these like not too dangerous areas on my map that say not too dangerous, and then I'll leave because I haven't taken any of my like extra health stuff. I haven't used the health incense, which is like supposed to help me regenerate when I'm really low. I'm like, I don't want to get into any big fights. So just easy, slightly dangerous areas where I can kill a few guys, up my magic power, up my Witchfire level, and so I can continue to progress. So I go up
Yeah.
there, and there's some weird glowy footprints. So I'm like, well, this is weird. And I'm like, but that doesn't matter. And then I don't know if you've ever watched any of it, but like every now and then, like a little script pops up on the side. It's like the hunt is moving closer, and I don't know what that means. Like it'll just be like the hunt is moving, and I'm like, am I the hunter? Am I being hunted? I'm
Well,
not
no,
really sure.
it sounds like you're a witch. So it's like you're being hunted.
I'm not a witch. I'm a witch hunter.
Oh, you're a witch hunter. Oh, okay.
Yes, that's the problem.
Okay.
Where it's like the hunt is moving closer. I'm like, are they hunting me? Am I hunting them? Who's hunting whom in this situation? And
Witch hunters?
I don't know. But I'm like, this is all very confusing me. Little script in the corner, so I'm just going to ignore you. Anyway, so yeah. We continue on. I'm up at this place. I'm looking around. I'm doing stuff. And then all of a sudden, it's like, ha! And a guy comes around the corner and I shoot him. I'm like, that was pretty easy. And then I hear this like loud noise. I'm like, okay, well, that's not promising.
No.
It's like a bellow, if you will. Like, whoa! And I'm like,
yeah,
that's not great. That's never a good sign. And then what do you know? The boss of the area is there. And he's like, hello, little man. Bang! Like, one shot takes half of my health. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Fuck.
I didn't do my extra healing or anything. And now I'm in a boss fight. And also, I haven't cleared any of the guys. Because I've only killed 2 guys this entire time.
Yeah.
So, look, here come more of the bad guys who have now been alerted to my presence. And I've got to go and run away now. And then I ended up on a cliff fighting the boss and all of the enemies who I hadn't yet encountered.
Huh.
And so I die. I had a valiant stand. I think I did really well at the end. I killed a lot of guys, but
boss.
I was in a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
Because at that point the boss had hit me like 3 times, so I had to use all of my healing items, and I was pretty much just on a cliff, dodging bullets and just murdering guys. And I was like, yep, this is. It's like the position I was in. I knew how this ended.
Yes.
It's like, I know how this ends. It is not good for me.
No.
But unfortunately, yeah, a little bit of overconfidence being like, yeah, we can go to the Scarlet Coast. Because it also told me, it said it's the one I was on originally was very easy. Mm-hmm. This one was easy. And I'm like, it's easy. It's easy. It wasn't easy. The boss caught me by surprise.
They need to work on their scaling.
Well, it's, as I said, the boss battle itself isn't too difficult. It's just the fact that I pretty much couldn't use mobility against him, which is my main kind of defense.
Fair.
Being able to jump and run out of the way and stuff.
Yeah.
Because
there was too many enemies.
There was a lot of enemies.
Yeah.
I was like, cool, I'm going to duck. Oh, wait, no, there's like 10 guys. I'm going to go, oh, wait, no, 10 guys. So I guess I'm going to just hide behind this one rock, and when people come close, I'm going to shoot them.
Jesus Christ.
But so I was just kind of on the top of this cliff, dodging left and right and being like, haha, boom, 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 got you. Oh no, you're coming close. Bang, you're dead. And occasionally taking pop shots at this boss who it was like also shooting back at me. But it was kind of a situation where it's like, I could hit him like 1,000,000 times.
Yeah.
But I couldn't take a single hit from him because I was out of healing and I didn't have enough health to survive it. So it was the odds were against me, and the situation was also massively against my favor. So
yes, by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as I said, I enjoy the game. It is actually quite fun, and the fact that they're doing all these updates is making it is kind of doing what I wanted to do, which is to bring it further and further.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Suppose that's good.
Yeah. It's really, really, really fun. But as I said, my confidence, and the reason I say my confidence got me killed is just before I went into this time when I was going to fight the boss, I'm like, should I activate my healing incense? Nah, it's not like I really need it. And then I stumbled into a boss fight.
Fucking gold.
Yeah.
Fucking
to be fair, this isn't like a Dark Souls game where the boss is, you're like, oh, that's a boss fight. It's like the boss is just kind of walking around doing his own thing, being a boss, and he's just like, hey, look, there you are. And I was like, oh, shit. I was hoping you'd be on the other side of the map.
Ah, damn. So you got to avoid them.
And you don't know where they are. Because they're not on your map.
Hey, maybe the footprints and the bellowing.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because while he was chasing me, and I don't think I noticed this while I was playing, but I was still running along the footprints, and there was a weird red glow ahead of me, but I was just focusing on dodging the enemies. And it was like almost like the red glow was like making the footprints as it went. But he was definitely behind me at the time.
Fair enough, then.
So if you actually do watch that one, and you watch the end, like just the end run where I'm in the place and for the last time, you will see that there is a point where I'm running along those things, and the boss is behind me, so are a lot of the enemies because I'm sprinting away, and there's this like weird red kind of glowy thing floating around in front of me. I'm not paying attention to that. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to go to get away from this boss.
Okay.
So I kind of don't see it. I miss it. And if you're like, how do you miss a red glowy thing? I was taking a bit of damage in that fight, and that was doing stuff to my screen. So a red glow was like nothing for me. I was just like,
it was already red.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it goes red when you take damage, but it definitely does something to the screen. So it was just another weird thing happening on my screen.
Yeah, fair enough then. Yeah.
But yeah, when I went back and edited, I was like, oh look, there's a glowy orb kind of floating in ahead of those footprints where their footprints are leading to. I'm like, cool, that's nice. I'm going to hide behind that rock now.
yeah, that's fair. Looks like you're gonna have to follow those footprints.
Yeah, and kill that drowned captain.
Yes.
Because gonna need to go in. As I said, I feel like if I'd killed most of the guys before taking on that fight, it would be a lot easier.
Yeah.
I would have been, because I would have had mobility on my side, but I just didn't really have any options.
Sounds right. Sounds
fair. But that was Witchfire, you know? We did the big update. There's not going to be a big update for a while, they've said that, other than hotfixes. They've done their big update, so now they're just letting the cards fall where they are.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I think if you want to get into the game and you haven't played it before, now is a very good time, because there's now a tutorial that kind of walks you through stuff.
Yeah.
Much better than the old tutorial. And there's a few new systems, and those new systems are probably just as easy to learn as they are to figure out, so you might as well start now.
Yeah, that seems fair. But yeah, so that sums up Witchfire.
Yep.
We've finally done it.
Yep.
We've crossed 300.
We're 300.
We're 302 now.
Obviously, Friday, we've got the podcast. If you're watching this, thank you. This Saturday, there will be a Minecraft. I'm continuing to build Halloween Island. While I'm building the island, it's a really... Like, I do make comments on this in the video. I don't build additively, I build subtractively. So it's like, I do something, and then I'm like, cool, now I'm going to take away what I don't need, so that I can add in what I do need. And it doesn't seem efficient. And I understand that, because like, you can say like, I'm going to plan this out and do it, and then this. But because I am chasing more than just function, I'm chasing aesthetics and function, it always works better for me to be able to see how things are going to look together. And so in this episode, I'm building a maze, and some other parts of it, because I'm still not happy with my lighthouse, and I don't know how to fix that yet. I'm still not happy with it. But because this is going to be like a Resident Evil-esque mansion for Kris to explore and solve puzzles in, to get a reward at the end.
Hopefully.
If you succeed. I'm trying to... I haven't set up any of that stuff yet, but I'm trying to like set up the look and stuff, and then be like, okay, now that I have the look set up, we can do this, and that'll do this, and that'll, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's kind of where I'm sitting with that at the moment, and I'm just like, it's all working relatively well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that it does seem slow. And if you're watching and going like, why do you put in all that stuff just to pull up half of it and then put in new stuff? And it's like, because I need to see, one, what I'm dealing with in the way that I want it to look at the end, and then start putting in all the other elements and being like, does it still look good? Because there's nothing worse than being like, I have this plan, here's how I'm going to do it, boom, 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 there, it's all work. Oh, it doesn't look nice. And for a lot of people, they go, oh, well, looks don't matter, it works the way I want it to. But for me, the whole point of this is that you're supposed to have this vibe when you're there. You're supposed to be sitting there being like, oh, yes, this place feels Halloweeny, right? And that's sort of the whole point. So the big thing is that I want it to be functional, but it also has to have the right feel, the right look, which means that for me, it's important that I actually see everything that's coming together and can then be like, okay, well, how about I adjust this, or how about I do this, or what if I make this change? And so it does take me a little bit longer, but I think the results work better for what I want. Like when I think about our Easter island that I made, I was really happy with that.
Yeah.
Because it looked nice. And that's sort of what I want here. I want that look to be right. And hopefully, like, you'll see it. I've already figured out what the thumbnail is going to be, so you get to see the maze finished. It looks right. It looks like an old abandoned mansion kind of thing. The vibe we are going for with it is going to be like old school, not like full horror, but like old school kind of thriller where you wash up on an island and it's like, oh, look, this is the island where the old haunted house was, just off the coast. And, you know, everyone, the rich guy used to live there, and he built his mansion on the island so that he didn't have to live with all the poor people in the town. But then, you know, disaster struck, and now the place has gone to shit.
Yeah, usual.
And so it's like everything there's kind of a little bit run down, and you know, you've got this air of like fanciness, but it's like fanciness that hasn't been maintained. So it's all like dusty and cracked and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And it just gives you kind of like vibes of like, ooh, but like not like horror movie, like, oh, look, there's a slasher. No, not that kind of horror movie.
Fair.
So we're going for more like action thriller kind of stuff where it's like, yeah, there might be some bits going on, but it's mainly going to be like vibes. The vibes are going to be like, wow, this is spooky. Like, imagine Resident Evil, but without all the zombies. So it's not like you're going, you run around being like, oh no, zombie. You run around being like, oh, I've got to solve this puzzle and I've got to figure out what I'm doing here. So,
but also there could be something there. It's always the thought of something could be there.
Something could be there. So that's kind of the goal. So, yeah, as I said, I've given myself a lot of time to get this done. But that's because I know it's going to take me a while to do.
You could even put a zombie in the floor somewhere, so you just occasionally hear the sound.
I could do a lot of things. I actually have figured out how I'm going to run it properly. Yeah. Because it won't work 100. In my mind, the best way for it to work is for me to pretty much be the AI. So you know how, like, in Alien Isolation, the AI controls the alien to hunt you down, right?
Yes.
Well, I could try and set something like that up using switches and levers and a lot of redstone.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's going to be incredibly difficult.
Probably.
So it would just be more sensible for me to be in creative mode and be the AI. So if things are going too well for you, I can add challenges. If things are hard for you, I can lessen challenges.
Fair. Yeah.
And I can also keep it eternally nighttime.
That is true. That is the smarter idea.
Yep. Yeah. That way we keep the spooky. So I can use my controls to make it always nighttime and always a thunderstorm.
Yeah, I was gonna say a thunderstorm would be smart too. Yeah.
And that way we get that vibe. You know, it's the vibe. Because like, don't get me wrong. Like the way I'm putting it together, even in the daytime, it's like this place is gonna feel like, okay, this place is a little bit creepy. Like, you know, you go to those places and you're like, well, wow. Even in the middle of the day, this place just doesn't feel good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you go there at nighttime, and you're like, yeah.
Remember how I said
I feel like I'm going to get attacked by like 12 snakes here.
I said it didn't feel good earlier.
Yeah.
Now it's less.
Well, that's kind of what this place is feeling like. It feels like the kind of place you go to, and when you go there in the day, it's always like overcast and grey day, and you're like, I feel like before I stepped through that gate, it was bright and sunny, but now it's not.
Something happened.
That's the plan.
It's like the classic Addams Family thing.
Yes.
Where it's over their house, it's always grey, dark, gloomy.
That's it.
Yeah, their next door neighbor's bright and sunny.
Exactly. But yeah, so that's the Minecraft. And yeah, so you guys get to see some of that. I just have to finish editing that video, but that will be coming out Saturday because this is the week. This is the week where there is a Saturday release.
Yes.
Let me tell you, that is actually working out really well for us. Because there was no release last week on Saturday, meant that after we'd finished filming the podcast, everything was done for the week. So I just did a bunch of recording. So that's why I've got the next Indiana Jones recorded. I have something else also recorded.
Yeah.
Can't remember what it is.
Weird.
Yeah. It's funny how that works.
Yeah.
But yeah, I managed to get like a whole bunch of stuff like done forwards, and yeah, it's just taking out one video a week has really changed the flow of everything. So it's great.
Perfect.
Yeah. So anyway, as we said, we've finally crossed 300 subscribers. We did it Sunday night.
Yeah, I couldn't even remember.
I was gonna put out like a little short, but I think I might save that for if we ever go over 1,000. I'll put out the short the moment we go over 1,000.
Yeah.
But I'm actually surprised Kris even knows we went over 300. You know how much he pays attention to shit.
I check every week.
I check right before I'm asked to do it.
No, actually, no. I don't know exactly when we crossed 300, but I know the other day I was talking to Luke and I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're almost at 300. Maybe we've gone back up to 299. And I looked about 301. Look at 301.
Yeah. I think last time I checked we were at 302, but that was
302 is where we're at when I checked last. I think
it was just before we started recording this.
Indeed, it was. Look, I need the latest information on that one. and also because of the time that today it didn't matter so much, but every other week, because of the time that the video comes out, I have to do that just before we start recording. Otherwise, I don't know what's come out.
Crazy how that works, because it's like it's so funny that you have to check that. And you know, you could just say like, "Hey, what came out today?" Because like, it's not like I would know, would I?
No, we can't have that
anyway. But yeah, so we've finally crossed 300. It did actually feel pretty good to cross 300 because it was one of those situations where I think Sunday night I was doing something, we crossed 300, and I was like, cool. I'm not going to get too excited about it. Tomorrow we'll be back to 299.
Yeah, that was my thought as well.
Then later that evening, we were at like 301. And I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to get a lot. And then, and so now we've crossed it, and we're over it enough that you know, that fluctuation we usually get where it's like we get a subscriber or we get a few subscribers and lose one. It's like even if we lose one in the next week, we'll still be over 300. So now we can finally say, yes, we are over 300 subscribers.
But it also follows the prediction we had last week.
Yes.
Where we would until we cross it, we'll fluctuate just below it and then back down, and then back in. But now that we've crossed it, it's like, yeah, okay, we're fine.
It feels good. It feels good to finally cross that threshold.
It does.
But that's that. So yeah, as always, thank you guys so much for subscribing, and we've crossed 300. We are just 33 subscribers away from being a third of the way to 1,000.
That's true. Yeah,
it's crazy. It is crazy. And you know, as I said, it feels like we've been doing this for a while, but this is only our 3rd year, right?
Yeah,
and that is a while. But like, considering in our first 2 years we didn't even make 100 subscribers.
No.
This last year has been absolutely insane subscriber-wise.
True.
Like,
true, that's for sure.
You know, and it's not like we're out there trying to make viral videos. We're just trying to make stuff that we find fun. So, you know, it feels good. It feels good that people are enjoying it, watching it, responding to it. So we'll keep doing what we do, and you guys keep liking it. We'll keep doing it.
Pretty straightforward.
Moving on.
Yes, indeed.
I think that wraps up channel news. Kris.
Darcy.
How you been, bud?
Getting there. No, not this week.
Mate.
This week's been rough for me. Well, ever since Friday, it's been rough for me.
What happened Friday, Kris? Break it down for us. Break it down.
Well, on the upside, I almost went 7 weeks without any issues with overeating. Until Friday. And then I just couldn't get it under control until today.
You
apparently,
you unhealthy fuck.
and look, it happened. But I got on top of it today. I'm in a better stead today.
That's good. That's good to hear. That's excellent, actually.
Yes.
Good for you. No, that's good.
How about yourself?
Mate, oh, not much, mate, not much.
Yeah.
I had a week off from everything. Like, I didn't really have anything to do last weekend, so I got a few days for myself.
Yeah.
I managed to catch up on some much needed sleep.
Yes.
This last month has been incredibly taxing on me, purely because I am the only adult in my house.
Yeah.
Which normally isn't too bad because you go oh well, if you're the only person there, you've only got to look after yourself. Easy, right? Yes, very easy. Except the other adult in the house isn't an adult because they've just had surgery, which means they can't do anything for themselves.
Yeah.
Which means not only do I have to look after myself, I have to look after them and every single thing that they need, as well as doing all the other stuff that I have to do, as well as also babysitting 2 doggos. And so I have just been exhausted. It's non-stop going. And from when I wake up to 10 o'clock at night, and then it's cool, now I can finally rest for a bit. Oh wait, no, I can't.
Nope.
But that's all about to come to an end, hopefully very soon. This weekend will be the last weekend, and then other people will be back, and most of the stress will be gone off my shoulders, and I will be back to my stress-free lifestyle.
Yay.
Which is nice. I like that. It's great.
It's great.
Not being stressed is how I am one of the oldest in the group, and yet still have the most youthful and vigorous persona.
Fair.
Especially considering one of the youngest in our group is literally going grey.
That's very true, yes.
Because he doesn't know how to not be stressed.
Yes.
But yeah, so this this month of stress is just, I'm over it. I don't want it anymore. I want to go back to my stress-free lifestyle and just have fun. But yeah, that'll be nice when that is over and I don't have to do everything ananymore.
You've only got to do 60% of everything.
Yeah, I only have to do the stuff that I have to do. That'll be nice. And, then I'm not actually 100% sure what it'll be like, though, because at the moment, it's if I do something that removes 2 minutes from my day, I'm like, oh my god, how am I going to get that back?
Yes.
Whereas, once I don't have to be doing everything all the time, I'm like, how is that going to affect my brain set when it's oh no, wait, no, I still have all the time because I don't have to do 10 things at once.
Yes, yeah.
But yes.
There's an adjustment period. Yeah, there really is.
But yeah, no, other than that, it's just been chill. I've bought some new games. I bought Stellar Blade. I bought Age of Wonders 4. Two very different games, but I'm trying to go back to a point where I can play some video games for fun again.
Yeah. That's just what I'm trying to do as well.
I have this thing where it's recording video games and doing all that stuff for the YouTube channel. It's fine. I have no issue with it. But then it's okay, I've finished everything I need to do, and it's 11:30 at night. It's I don't really want to start a game that's oh yeah, this is one of those games that if you play for less than an hour, you're not doing a whole lot. So I just normally chuck on my baseball games or whatever, where it's if you play them for 10 minutes, you've done something, you've advanced somewhat.
True, yeah.
You've played a full game or whatever. And so I've been doing a lot of that instead of playing other games I want to play, because all of my strategy games and stuff, it's if I put them on for half an hour, it's cool. By the time I've started, it's yep, we've got through all of the loading screens and the waiting, and cool, it's 15 minutes have gone by.
Pretty much.
I was so I'm taking my first turn, and yep, okay, yep. Now I'm waiting for everyone else to take their turns. Yep. Okay, now I'm taking my second turn, and it's midnight.
Pretty much.
And I should probably go to bed because I've got a big day tomorrow.
Yeah, that's about how it goes.
So I'm looking forward to being able to actually play some of my games, which is nice.
Indeed, it sounds like it would be.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of new games, I saw something this week.
Take it away.
Darksiders 4 has been announced.
Interesting.
You know the game that everyone was talking about years ago, where it's like all four horsemen are there.
You mean Darksiders 3?
Everybody thought was going to be Darksiders 3, yes. Well, everybody thought was going to be Darksiders 3, where you can play with friends as the horseman, or you can play solo as well. There hasn't been a lot announced for it. It is a trailer, and you can add it to your wish list on said consoles already. So it's fully announced. But it's only a very short trailer that's been put out. But it was enough to sort of show that it's after what happens with war, where after all of the four horsemen finally come down at the same time.
So it's
because someone asked, basically, General Justice, someone basically says, or the enemy basically says that he's alone, and he says, "No, I'm not alone," as the rest step forward.
Okay, so that might be worth. I might have to look into that because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't play Darksiders 3.
Yeah, I never finished it.
I wasn't really a fan of a lot of the stuff I saw on it.
Yeah,
because I was kind of like, I'm not really sure what they were doing with it. Like, taking away the horse is sort of a big deal, especially considering in the second one they put so much effort into making sure you could use the horse as much as possible.
Yeah, they might even be going back towards it. Like, one of the emphasis was legitimately stepping forward on the horse. That's one of the first things you
sort
see.
of what
you
makes
see
them. They're the horsemen of the apocalypse.
Yeah, so
not having a horse, like in Darksiders 1, you weren't able to use the horse a whole lot, and
it was in certain areas.
I feel like a lot of people were like, come on.
But also at that
And
point, he wasn't acting as the horseman at that point. He was also being punished. His powers had been stripped, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense that he couldn't always use it.
But that's a misunderstanding of how his powers actually work. Because the horse isn't a part of his powers. It's something he was given.
It's true. However, at the start, he didn't have his horse.
No, because it had been captured by demons.
Exactly.
But once you unlock it, there's only a few areas which you can use it, because it's like, oh, we haven't really planned for you to run around the streets on the horse, because the maps aren't big enough. So then they kind of fixed that in Darksiders 2, where there was lots of areas where you could use the horse and lots of areas where you couldn't. But there were areas where you could just get around on the horse.
Yes.
And then in Darksiders 3, they were like, haha, no, just joking, you're not a horseman at all. Yours is dead.
Pretty much.
And that was like, what the fuck are you actually talking about?
And considering all that's happening while war is locked up, and at the end shows up again, it's like, couldn't she just get the horse back somehow? Surely there was a way that she could do it if she's now got the horse again.
Yeah. Well, and then there's like, I also had other things, like I was just I didn't really like the way they characterized her.
Yeah, that was a bit of a...
Because I was like, I understand that the horsemen are who they are, and they're all kind of gruff and weird and whatever, but like, the way that she was always like, and you'll make me the leader, I'll be the leader, and I was like, no, the leader is Death, because he is the most powerful. And that's why he's the leader. And, like, if you know anything
he's
about
both the smartest and the most powerful.
Yeah,
he's somehow got both of them.
Well, he's the smartest because he's, like, not a fighter. War is a fighter. He's not.
It's true.
He's actually a scientist, which is hilarious because... but he's also the most powerful because he's also the oldest. Like, he's, like, one of the original...
one of the original Nephilim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, where they're all a lot younger than him, but he's also, like, just nearly indestructible, as they've, like, literally said, because War once stabbed him, and he was just... Because War was actually going to kill Fury, and stabbed him, because he stepped in the way and was like, don't be a dick, and then cut off War's arm.
Yeah.
And so, War now has a fake arm that was made for him by Death, because Death felt bad about cutting off his arm, but Death got stabbed by War and Chaos Bringer, and was just like, yeah, nah.
Yeah. Oh, no, this is fine. Hey, this is a Tuesday.
Yeah. So, like, when the whole thing of it being like, you're going to make me the leader, I'm going to be the leader. I was like, no, you can't be the leader, because, like, I get that they, like, if you think about it from a management stance, like
Yeah.
upper management definitely want you to be the leader because you are far easier to control.
Oh, shit ton
And we
easier.
get that especially from Darksiders 2, where they're like, hey, don't do this. And he's like, I'm going to go do this. And like, okay, have fun.
Okay, we'll leave you to it.
Because it's like, yeah, no, he's just, we can't control him. He is too powerful. And he
Yeah.
is, you know, we're unlike the other three, where we're like, hey, we're angry at you and we're going to be mean and scary and you're going to fear us. With Death, they're like, hey, don't do this. And he's like, don't tell me what to do. And they're like, yeah, okay, right there. Would you like us to pack you a lunch?
Yeah. All course meal.
Yeah, but like, so that was like my whole problem is like, she may be sitting there being like, oh, I want to be the leader, but she also knows that like she can't control Death and she can't tell Death what to do, and
Well, it'd be like one
Death
of those.
won't listen to her.
It'd be like one of those things that you see on TV all the time with like two parents. The mother, one of them says something, and all the kids look at the other one to see if that's okay.
Yeah,
That is exactly what it is. War would be doing the same thing. So would Strife.
and like,
And
as I said,
Strife is the general employee that it's like, I'll do what needs to be done. I don't really want the position of power, so I'm going to stay back here.
yeah. But like, as I said, the big thing for me is that I was like, I understand like the story beat and kind of like the thing of like them offering it, because it's like, yeah, because if we make you the leader, then you tell him what we want you to do, and because he cares about the three of you, he's less likely to just destroy you.
Yes.
So we would have more control that way. But at the same time, it's also like, I'm just like, as a character, you're being like, yeah, I'm going to tell the most powerful of us what to do, and oh yeah, that's right. And then when you like go into all the backstory and stuff, and it's like, yeah, no, like, Death literally chose these three, and we're like, yeah, okay, when we go and kill all of our brothers and all of the rest of our race, I'm protecting you three from that, because he was going to do that anyway. He just chose them to come with him.
Correct.
He was like, yeah, we suck, so I'm gonna go and stop us.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill us all, except for you three.
Yeah,
you three can stay.
and then like that's the other thing though that is I find so funny is that like, even in Darksiders 2, we kind of get the thing that Death really does not listen to the Charred Council at all.
No,
because they're like, yo, where are all those spirits from your people that you killed? And he's like, what? Oh. And it's like, yeah, when he killed them all, he just captured all of their spirits so that they wouldn't...
Oh, so they couldn't be reincarnated or anything.
And so he had them. They're like, no, we want them. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And they're like, we know you have them. And he's like... And they're like, carry on.
Pretty much. Which he ends up putting into the Well of Souls.
Well, they end up in him.
Well, yes, but then he throws himself into the Well of Souls.
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway...
And it looks like you're about to see him with his mask off, but no.
No, because he doesn't take his mask off.
Except right at the end where he drops it on the ground and then dives in.
That's a Master Chief move.
It really fucking was.
The mask must be worn because the mask is the penance.
True.
It's his executioner's mask.
True.
Which is cool because it kind of implies that when they were killing all of them, they all wore those masks. And then the others were like, yeah, we just got rid of ours. And he was like, no, I'm keeping mine.
Yeah. It's staying. But yeah.
So, okay, that's kind of cool.
And it does show...
Technically, it would be Darksiders 5, but...
yes, but Genesis was never listed as a number.
Yes, because it's
the fifth game, but the fourth in the series, the way they're doing it is the fourth is this one.
Yes,
because
Genesis is literally 0.
Yes,
the beginning.
It is
the Genesis, if you will.
Yes, indeed. So yes, that's.
I haven't actually played Genesis. I own it.
I've played a little bit of it.
I haven't played it.
I started to finish 3, which I probably will go through and do now that.
Yeah, if the new
fourth
game's
one's
coming out, I might have to replay everything.
Yes, on the wish list. So on the actual, because I've put it on the wish list in the PlayStation Store at this stage. It is showing. It is a 1-player and it is up to 4-player as well.
Interesting.
So you can. It seems like either you can play by yourself and then you can switch between the horsemen, or you work as a group.
My only issue is then they're going to need to start make the maps bigger, but like I think there's definitely ways you could do that.
I think it'd be done now.
Oh yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
it definitely was super difficult back when the first one came out, which is kind of why I also understand the restriction on the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping for a WoW-esque type way of playing
Yeah.
with 4 people. So it's like big worlds, dungeons, and all that kind of stuff, and shared loot. Because I think
Yeah.
I know shared loot people always hate, but I'm like, it's actually it's a really good system in multiplayer games where in low level multiplayer games.
Yeah.
Like when you've got like 60 people all working together, shared loot's kind of very hard. Like
Yes.
because it's like I need that. Well, so do I. But so do I. But so do I. And but like if there's only 4 of you, it's like, oh guys, can I have that one? And next time we do the run, you can get it.
See, having said that, the thing about the shared loot is you wouldn't need it unless it's literally items to upgrade your current weapons.
Well,
Because let's face it, the fact that you
if you're
you had
no,
the
but
guns and everything in the
if you're
first
playing
game,
if you're playing death, right?
yeah,
In with your mates, but you get a upgraded thing for war, and it's like, oh guys, can I have that? Because the person who's playing war or might already have it or whatever, but you're like, hey, can I have that one? And whatever.
Yeah.
And your friends go, like, yeah, whatever, you can have it. Because that way, when you do go back to playing solo, you have it for war.
true, yes,
But the reason I say it works better, and why I kind of like it for this situation is it gives you a reason to replay stuff as a team.
true,
Whereas if everyone just gets like instance loot, then it's kind of like, cool, we've done this once, we don't need to do it again.
yeah,
Or you end up in the Destiny situation where it's like one person gets this thing multiple times, but other people aren't getting it at all. Whereas if it just has a drop rate, it's like, guys, I got this last time, so one of you can have it.
yeah,
And it's like, cool, yeah, cool. And as I said, it gives you a reason to go back and play again and play with your same friends because it's like, yeah, we know what we're doing, but we're going for that loot piece or whatever.
yeah.
And I think that's actually a really good way of doing it because games right now are struggling to keep people playing endgame. Like once you've finished the stuff and you're like, cool, I don't have any reason to continue playing this anymore.
Whereas I went through and played 2-3 times.
Yeah. If you've got stuff where it's like, hey, work as together as a team and you can unlock this stuff, you have a reason to go back and play because you're like, hey, cool, let's get together, guys. Let's do this raid or whatever.
Yeah.
We're gonna raid it. We're gonna. Oh, did we get that stuff? Yeah, here's the stuff that dropped. Cool. Let's share it between us. And it's like, and then it's like, oh, we got that one thing that we wanted. Cool. Well, all of us want to get it, so we're gonna redo this thing 4 times or whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a really good way to increase people coming back to play because it's like, cool, now we've got this cool stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas, and you can use it when you're playing single player as well. But like, just the way that they do things, like especially the way Destiny did things, where it was like, yeah, when you beat this boss, everyone gets their own loot, and it's just a chance at random. It's like, cool, well, I got this, and it's like, oh, I didn't. Galahorn rings a bell.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, 3 of us got it this time, and you were the only one that didn't, and we really don't want to do it again.
Yeah.
Because like if we get it again, well, we're just getting it again. But there's no chance, there's no guarantee that you're gonna get it next run through. So
No.
I don't know. Maybe just do it with some other friends of yours who don't have it yet, because like we've got it. Whereas if it's like a shared situation, it's like, cool, this thing dropped. I get it this time, but then we'll do it again so we can get it for you guys.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more of a give and take thing, and you're like,
rather than the tedium of constant, maybe we'll get it.
Yeah.
Especially the one like in Destiny 2 where they had the chests you can unlock. You as you went through, you got a key. You get to pick one of the chests. It's like, cool. That's even worse.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong.
Because they sort
of the way WoW worked was like there was a chance an item would drop, and if it dropped, so like it might have a 30% chance of dropping. So you might have to do that dungeon a lot of times to get it to drop enough times for everyone to get it.
Yeah.
But like, it wasn't just this random thing of like, everyone roll. Oh, 3 of you got it. Because like the second that the majority of the party has it, you're going to have a very hard time convincing them to come back to do it again.
Especially when it's not that fun.
Well, even if it is fun though, you're gonna have difficulty convincing them to come back and do it again because
especially if you keep rolling the wrong number on the dice. It's like we've done this 20 times, man. We're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas like if it's just a system where it's like one of them drops, even if it's like got a 50-50 chance of dropping. So it's like we might have to do this 10 times to get it for all of us. But the second one drops and one person gets it, it's like, cool. Now we've made a commitment to each other to help each other all get these items.
Yes.
And it's like, that's the bit that's keeps people coming back and, builds community in video games.
That's it.
Because you're sitting there with your friends and you're like, guys, come on, we got to do this. We owe, Kris let us get the parts that we wanted last time. Now we've got to help Kris get the parts that he wants and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
So, I think that would be cool. I understand why instant loot is more popular now because it's like everyone can get it. But at the same time, it's also just like, if everyone gets it, there's only one run through this.
But it's also disheartening as well for some people because it's like there are situations where
you work your ass off and everyone gets
it. Well, let's put it this way. When I got the Galahorn for Destiny, I got it the second time I'd ever done the raid, and I only joined at the end of the raid because people had to leave, so they needed another 2 people to join.
Yep.
So we joined. I got the Galahorn. Okay, fair enough. I got it second try. The other person had been trying for 6 months and still hadn't gotten it to drop, and he was doing it multiple times a week.
Yep. You got lucky.
I got lucky. He was super unlucky. He got it like a week later, but it was still that thing of like, it's bullshit that he had to do it almost religiously for months, and I'm just like, hey, did you want to join this raid real quick? Just they need help at the end, and you've done it before. You didn't even need to do it.
So
yeah, cool. I'll come in. I'll join at the end of the raid. Yeah, you're the only one who got it this time. It's like, everyone that was in there was trying to get the Galahorn.
Yep.
So,
no, but that's the thing. That's why I'm like, drop rates are fun. Instant loot. I understand why we do it, especially in bigger games, but in like tighter games where you're only going to be playing with a couple of people and most of the time your friends, I say go for shared loot.
Yeah.
And have the communication. Let's rebuild communication skills. Video games used to be really, really, really good for, teaching these lessons like shared economies and how to communicate with people and make compromises. Let's go back to some of that, please.
That would be nice.
I want this, so let's all work together for this.
So I want this and this. It's like, well, you can't have both this time. There was only 4 items dropped. There's 4 of us.
Yeah. You want.
We're gonna do this again.
You wanna. What's the term I'm looking for? You want to. It's not achieve. It's profit. You want to profit off the group, then you have to work with the group.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, oh guys, well I want all of this stuff and okay, see you later guys, because I've got other stuff to do now. No. But at the same time, in the instance loot, that actually is the way you do things, because it's like, oh guys, well we all got our loot and I got everything I wanted and you guys didn't. Oh well, we could do it again, but there's no guarantee you guys are getting it.
Yeah.
And I don't really need to do it anymore. And I've got other things to do. So just get another person to come in and jump and say, no. Anyway, I think I'm digressing again.
But, we always do.
No. Look, I'll have to look into that because, I do like the Darksiders franchise.
Yeah.
Been a big fan ever since the first one came out.
Same here.
Ultraviolet Zelda is what I like to call it. But, okay. Well, that's awesome. But I think we wrap it up. So, guys, thank you for joining us. If you have liked this video, consider liking, sharing, commenting, or subscribing. If you haven't already, it really does mean a lot to us. If you want to see more from me and Kris, check out the rest of the channel. We have the podcast, which we do most weeks, where we just get together, we chat. We also play video games, averagely. A whole variety. So you can check out lots of stuff that we've done in the past, lots of stuff that we're currently doing. I've forgotten half the stuff that I'm currently doing. But
that's fair.
We will go back. Everything, if there's a series on there, we'll go back to it. I promise. I just have to remember that I'm doing it. Yes. Trust me, it's a thing. But guys, until next time, thank you for joining us. I've been Darcy, that is Kris.
Yes.
And we'll catch you next time right here on the channel. See you later.
So.
Minga guns.